We're back with Football 101 with Bennie Joppru. We're going to call this Michigan game the good, the bad, and the really, really ugly. And we start off the game at 14-16 of the first quarter. At 3rd down and 4, Michigan empties the backfield and completes a nice 19-yard gain to Grant Perry, Benny.
Yeah, so Michigan relied on this empty set quite a bit through the game. We've talked about in the past how it really clears things up for the offensive line as to who they're blocking. There's only so much the defense can do as far as bringing blitzes or not blitzing anyone at all. We run a double slant here on the right-hand side with Crawford and Grant Perry, and O'Korn fits it into a really tight window here to Grant Perry, and a really great catch and run by Grant Perry, and a big 3rd down conversion on the first drive of the game.
Our second place we're looking at, Benny, we stick with the first drive of the game, about 11:20 to go in the first quarter. And a 4th and 1 where Chris Evans reads the line in front of him, shifts to his right, and picks up a first down.
Yeah, he makes a really nice cut here. For all intents and purposes, it's a fairly well blocked play. Michigan State obviously thinking run, playing run. And Chris Evans hits the hole, makes a nice jump cut, and gets the yard needed. And it's really big once again here on this first drive to keep the ball moving.
This is something obviously running backs need to do. Sometimes it's not about. You've got to make a little bit of a read here, and he does that.
Yeah, definitely. And you only need a yard. You don't need to get 10. You don't need to get 15. You don't need to run it outside. You just need to get 1 yard, and Chris Evans hit the hole hard. And when he makes that jump cut, he doesn't lose any speed either. He keeps his speed and is able to pick up the yard.
This is the second of 2 fade routes into the corner of the end zone. Neither one of them proves successful. Benny, what is the struggle here for Michigan? What is the challenge here, and why are they throwing fades at this point in the game?
Well, Michigan here, they're going to empty the backfield, and they're going to try to locate the one-on-one matchups here. And outside is a one-on-one matchup, and that's where O'Korn is going to go with the football. It's a one-on-one. Our guy is better than your guy. It's the same kind of things we've been doing all season, isolating a defensive back one-on-one and throwing the ball for grabs. And here it doesn't work, and you'll see that we're running almost the identical same play on the right-hand side that we used to convert the 3rd down earlier to Grant Perry. And that does come up a little later, but John's pre-snap read is to throw to the one-on-one receiver. So that's his one and only throw for that play.
Michigan, after their first drive, comes right back to the run for 3 consecutive plays, and looks like they have something going here until a Ty Isaac fumble, Benny.
Yeah, so Michigan's running a gap scheme here, and they kind of catch Michigan State in a little bit of a slant, the defensive front in a slant. They wash it all down. The fullback goes to kick out the end, but he's not really even there. Ty Isaac hits the hole like we've been wanting to see Ty Isaac hit it all season long, and unfortunately, Bocce for Michigan makes a nice play with his cast and gets the ball and is able to rip it away. This is the Ty we've been looking for all year, though, hitting the hole. This is the hardest we've seen him hit the hole all year, and unfortunately, he fumbles, and it's a big momentum turn in this game.
Benny, we mentioned a couple times already where Michigan empties the backfield and spreads the defense out, and here, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, Michigan State scores a touchdown after getting Devin Bush to go out wide by covering a running back. And Brian Lewerke takes advantage of a vacant middle of the field.
You'll see this. This play potentially was by design. They get Devin Bush lines up out wide, telling you that it is man-to-man defense, and that's the defenses you want to run the quarterback against. So the running back is going to come out of the backfield, and Mike McCray is going to take Mike McCray out of the play. And in man-to-man defense, typically the defenders have their back to the quarterback. And Lewerke sees that and takes advantage of it and has a really nice run. Well-designed play. I would be willing to bet that this was a designed run by Michigan State.
This is where some of those improvisational skills from John O'Korn really go a long way. His offensive line gets beat. Benny, explain what the offensive line is trying to do on this play.
So it's a really heavy play action here. They're trying to hit a deep post here. They're going to pull the backside guard to sell the run even more. He's going to come to kick out the end. However, the end's pretty far upfield. O'Korn feels that pressure of the defensive end all the way up the field. Steps up, scrambles away, and is able to find Perry on a nice comeback route. 1-on-1, good throw, good catch. It's John O'Korn using his feet, helping us pick up first downs and moving the chains.
And what you said too is, I mean, this is a play where maybe in practice it worked out perfectly. In real time, Bredesen needs to do a better job of finding his man and getting over there.
I think he looks to be a little surprised as to where the defensive end was and how far upfield that the defensive end was. But he does a fair enough job. He gets in the way, and the guy does spook O'Korn, but he doesn't make the play, and O'Korn is able to use his feet.
Michigan looks like they, for a split second, have a touchdown pass to Cole Crawford, but it gets called back for a holding. You really can't put too much blame on Cron Higdon because he's being asked to pick up a guy because of some breakdowns of the offensive line.
Yeah, so Michigan's going to take a shot here, like we like to do when we cross the 40. Heavy play action, run fake again, similar pulling the backside guard once again like we did earlier, and once again the backside guard can't quite get to the defensive end, so Cron Higdon's going to have to pick up and try to pass block a guy that's much, much bigger than him, and it just doesn't work out. It's a pretty, 50-50 call there. They could have let it go. They could have called it. You can't really argue with it. And O'Korn threw a great deep ball. Cole Crawford kept his route alive, kept on getting downfield, and got wide open, and O'Korn made a great throw.
One of the guys that had a really nice game for Michigan, he finished with 3 pass breakups, was sophomore cornerback Lavert Hill, who comes off of his man here, playing man-to-man, as Kirk Herbstreit pointed out, to get the pass breakup.
Yeah, he does a really nice job here. He's man-to-man defense. His guy runs a quick stop route, and his eyes go back to the quarterback. He sees the quarterback staring down the receiver, and he makes a play on the ball and comes really close to picking this off. And this game, the defensive backs all played well once again, and they've been playing well all season. One of the bright spots of the defense. There's a lot of bright spots to this defense, and they're just one of them that keep on doing their job.
Benny, 1:11 to go in the second quarter. Michigan had a tough time getting home on Brian Lewerke in this game. And, in fact, he was able to exploit Michigan getting upfield and create some opportunities with his feet. But here, Rashawn Gary brings him down for what should be a sack, but turns out just to be a no gain for the Spartans.
Yeah, so Michigan's going to show blitz here. It's one of the only times, all game on third down, they decided not to blitz and just rush for. And virtually every guy that's rushing here beats their guy one-on-one. Mo Hurst beats this guy one-on-one. And Rashawn Gary gets low. He rips underneath the offensive lineman, and does a great job getting low, and they call it running the hoop. And that means turning the corner and getting back upfield and bringing down the quarterback for a loss or a no gain, as it is in the stats book.
Michigan is finally going to get a touchdown drive put together here, and this is a play where John O'Korn escapes pressure once again, feels it, and is able to get the ball to his fullback, Khalid Hill, for a big gain.
So Michigan's going to try to take a shot here. They go they run 4 verticals, 2 on each side here, and Michigan State gets a little bit of pressure. John O'Korn escapes to the right side, out the right side of the pocket, and finds his check down in Khalid Hill for a nice little gain here. And, check downs can keep on getting you first downs and get you a new set of downs, and it's something that John did a fairly good job with this game.
We both said that Rashawn Gary, there's been some moments we've been a little hard on the guy, but he really came to play against Michigan State, and here he takes the left tackle and makes him his woman.
He was hustling all over the field on Saturday. Was doing a great job. Was in on a lot of plays. Every time they tried to block him one-on-one, he defeated the blocker. And here's just one of those instances. You see how strong and how fast and the real potential of Rashawn Gary. And Michigan's just going to sit back in his zone here and not get fooled by not play man and get fooled by the screen passes they've been running on us earlier. And Rashawn just makes a great play, and it's really fun to watch somebody of that strength and that speed make a play like that.
Benny, we're probably going to finish with some defensive plays because there's not a lot of offense in this fourth quarter. But 3rd and 2, 12:45 to go in the fourth quarter, and Maurice Hurst had himself a big-time game, and here gets off of a block and makes a good stop on 3rd down.
Yeah, Maurice Hurst has been showing up all year long, as we've talked about every week. He does a great job defeating his blocker. And Mike McCray, you'll see the backside linebacker on this play, does a wonderful job going underneath his blocker and making the play and finishing up Lewerke with a nice big hit for the stop on 3rd and 2 here. And just his speed looks almost as fast as Devin Bush. Not quite as fast as Devin Bush, but a great play. Once again, take a look how he runs underneath his blocker and makes a play.